नाज़रीन, आज दुनिया भर में कश्मीर के सिलसिले में यौम यकजहती मनाया जा रहा है। ये हर 5 फरवरी को मनाया जाता है और इस मौके पे उन शहीदों की याद ताज़ा की जाती है जिनको इंडियन फ़ौज ने हलाक किया और बर्बाद किया, उनके घर जलाए, उनके साथ जुल्म और सितम किया गया। आज दुनिया भर में इसके लिए एहतजाज किया जा रहा है और कश्मीर का जो रेजोल्यूशन पास हुआ था कि कश्मीर को उनके हक़ खुद इरादियत दिया जाएगा, उससे भी इनकार किया गया। बल्कि ऐसा लॉ पास किया कि अब कश्मीर में हर कोई जायदादें खरीद सकता है, वहाँ रह सकता है। कश्मीरियों के तमाम हुकूक जो है वो ज़ब्त कर लिए गए। आज कौंसल जनरल आसिम अली ख़ान ने कौंसलेट में तमाम कम्युनिटी के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को इनवाइट किया और कश्मीर के बारे में उनको आगाही दी। इस मौके पे बड़ी तादाद में लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेशन किया और ये तकरीब नहायत ही शानदार और कामयाबी से हमकिनार हुई। इस मौके पे कायद-ए-आज़म यूनिवर्सिटी के 2 प्रोफेसर ने भी अपने ख़यालात का इजहार किया और कश्मीर के से राज और पर्दा उठाया और बताया कि किस तरह साल साल से ये जुल्म सितम की रात चली आ रही है, लेकिन वो दिन दूर नहीं जब बहुत जल्द उजाला होगा। कौंसल जनरल ने बहुत ही अच्छे और अहम तरीके से कश्मीर के मौजू पे रोशनी डाली और सदर पाकिस्तान का पैगाम भी पढ़ के सुनाया। इस मौके पे कुछ कम्युनिटी लीडर ने भी अपने खिताब किया और कहा कि हमें साल में सिर्फ 1 या 2 बार कश्मीर की ऑब्जर्वेशन नहीं, बल्कि हमें पूरे साल इसको उजागर करना होगा।
Community members and both community organizations, Friends of Pakistan and Pakistan American Chambers of Commerce for being here today. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special occasion for us. Every single thing you saw in this film and every single picture and image you see on the banners displayed here are real. They are for the real people and they have not been created. These images, these photographs show the real suffering for last 7 and 8 decades of Kashmiri brothers and sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, on August 14th, the people of Pakistan got their independence. And the people of Kashmir were promised that they will be allowed to decide their own future. And India backed out of their promises. So we mark this day to express solidarity by the people of Pakistan all over the world, within Pakistan and all over the world in different countries, that we stand with our brothers and sisters of Kashmir. You have seen the staggering figure. Had it been in some other country, in other part of the world, belonging to some other community, some other religious group, some other ethnic group, the international conscience would have behaved in a different manner. The international double standards, ladies and gentlemen, are stark and evident from this fact that despite these atrocities which continue for last 8 decades, we continue to see the silence of international community, silence of major powers, and especially those countries who claim to have the flag of and they are the torch bearers of human rights and freedom and justice and equality for the nation. So thank you for coming to express your support. A lot of people ask me what is the utility and usefulness of such events. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you have to stand for principles. Sometimes you have to stand for principles for such a long time that even if your voice is not heard immediately, your names are carried in history, that you stood for justice, you stood for peace, you stood for truth, you stood for principle.
As a community, but to reaffirm our collective voice in support of a cause that remains close to our hearts. The unwavering struggle of the people of Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir for their fundamental rights. For over 7 decades, our Kashmiri brothers and sisters have faced oppression, military occupation, and countless human rights violations. Yet through it all, the spirit remains unbroken. They continue to stand strong, holding on to the hope that their voices will be heard, that their sacrifices will not be in vain, and that justice will prevail. Pakistan has always stood steadfast with Kashmir, advocating for their rights on every international platform, from the United Nations to global human rights organizations.
Issue very elaborately presented by my colleague and friend Dr. Farooq Ahmed Dasa, history. Let me start and make it clear one point here. The Kashmiris' freedom struggle or a struggle for right of self-determination, one can trace from July 31st, 1931. I think that July 31st, 1931 day was a day when first time a brutal terrorism was used, which we call it state terrorism. Dogra forces fired, 22 Kashmiris were killed just on the issue of during the trial when they went for the azan in Jammu. From that day till 1947, there was an unrest. And after that, you have been explained by Farooq Saab the entire history. Let me take you quickly that from 1947 onward, we have seen that, especially 1949 onward, Pakistan has been demanding peaceful resolution according to the United Nations Charter and the United Nations Security Council resolutions. As you all people are aware, Pakistan didn't go to the United Nations. India went. India agreed. And as a peace-loving or as a man of principles, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad al-Jinnah agreed to it. And from that day to today, Pakistan has been stick with these United Nations Security Council resolutions.
Bigger boundaries with Pakistan, shared the longest part of its boundaries with Pakistan. Then Jhelum and Chenab, the two important rivers for Pakistan, basically originated from Kashmir. Then the trade of Kashmir was coming was done via Rawalpindi, that was very much part of Pakistan. But Jinnah, when it comes to the actual problem, Jinnah did not want to interfere in the affairs of the state because he thought that constitutionally it was not correct and it would prove to be a violation of law. But on the contrary, Congress leadership was ready to do anything to get Kashmir. Mountbatten visited Kashmir in June 1947 and he tried to persuade the Maharaja to join India.
Khalid Khan, Los Angeles, USA.